Yeah,
Against more.
in the first half. Yeah, I honestly, I feel good as an average. I didn't. I thought we left some points out there. I thought there was, and it wasn't all on the player for sure. I thought we did a below average job. I think I did a below average job of calling some plays in the red zone there. I thought they did a decent job on defense at kind of once we moved the ball into about the 25. And we were scoring from outside of it very easily, and we were moving the ball very easily outside of it. And then when the things got condensed, I thought that they kind of had me for a couple series in there, and that's. I also think we didn't make a ton of plays down there either, but for sure we got better at halftime. We kind of let it sink in what the attack was going to be for them and how they were going to come after us, and made some adjustments, and I made some adjustments as well to my thought process when we got ball inside the 10 in particular, and we got a chance to put a couple in at the end there.
Hey Ryan, do you sometimes kind of marvel at the connection that Nolan and Tyreek have?
Yeah, I marvel. I don't necessarily know it until these guys tell me all the stats and stuff after the game, but I do know that they're both really good players, and so it makes sense that one's getting open and one's throwing it to them, and they're connecting. But the way our offense is run, it's not really run through people at the receiver position. It has happened to be a situation where we happen to call some plays that go to Thyrick, and he gets open, and he happens to be on that side on that call, and those could have easily been other people on a couple of those touchdowns. Now on the scrambles, we're firm believers here that the ball finds energy, and that energy is a talent. And I think Thyrick's done a really nice job at getting open when we've had situations where the pocket may break down. And I think we saw it 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago with Chandler. We saw it with Jordan last week, and we saw it with Thyrick today. When two breaks the pocket, we've got to be ready to go be energetic and go find the ball, and because the ball is going to find you if you run around and you make plays.
Coach, what was the explanation for blowing the whistle on the offside? You seem to be.
It was a normal explanation. They said that that we reacted when they went offsides. That's what they said. That was the explanation to answer the question. Whether or not I agree with that explanation, it's a different story.
Hey Nolan, what did you feel like you guys did better as the game went along? Why was the second half so much more polished, productive for you guys than the first half?
Yeah, I think in the second half we started making plays. There was plays to be made in the first half, and we just weren't making them. I wasn't putting the ball where it needed to be. I wasn't really settled in until the second half, so I think the second half I was able to kind of calm down because there was some wide open guys tonight.
Hey Nolan, whether it matters or not, you're the first guy in school history to throw 9 touchdown passes in back-to-back games. Does it sound like a lot, or this offense is not that big of a 5 and 4?
Well, it's a great offense to be in if you're a quarterback, if that's the question. And Coach Carty does a great job of scheming up the defense and getting me in positions where a lot of times it's just getting it into the receiver's hands. And so yeah, probably product of the offense and the guys that we have in the wide receiver room.
Coach Carty, explain to us why you're shaking your head.
Like he said, it's a pretty nice offense when your quarterback's really good and can throw 9 touchdowns in 2 games. So, it's a nice marriage right now. So we're both happy to be here, I think. So, proud to be Blue Hens.
Nolan, were you a little annoyed with yourself? A couple of passes you missed early on?
Yeah, I think, like I said, the first half there was plays to be made and I just wasn't making them. And obviously hold myself to a high standard. Because we have some really good receivers that put themselves in positions to score some points. I think I was able to settle down in the second half and kind of relax, and the plays ended up coming to me.
Hey, Nolan, do you feel like this offense can be kind of different every week as you guys develop it and it continues to flourish? Can you guys be damaging in different ways each week, do you feel like?
Absolutely. I think you've kind of seen it throughout the season so far. It seems like a new guy every week is getting a bulk of the receptions, a bulk of the targets. It's not an offense that you can kind of hone in on one receiver because we have a lot of guys and a lot of looks that we can get guys in good positions to score. And I think that makes it tough to play defense when you're not just trying to rely on stopping one guy.
Hey, Liam, this was Hampton's first CAA game, first time they played you guys. I mean, did you kind of feel like they wanted to prove something a little bit, and you kind of had to answer that challenge?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, obviously they're newcomers to the league. We thought as that they were going to try to make a statement. We know we got their best shot. First league game was very important to them, as it was us. We kind of just did our own thing. We knew it was a CAA game. It was a very important game to us because it was the next game, regardless of a CAA game or not. So yeah, they definitely did a good job though.
Liam, it looked like they made some adjustments at halftime to get passes off quicker, but then you adjusted to that. Is that what happened in there in the second half?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I think that's just part of the game, regardless of who you're playing. Each side's going to have some momentum. Coach Rojas, we put all our trust in him and what he's doing. He made the proper adjustments and has got us back on the right track.
Hey, Liam, when you guys keep getting 3-and-out stops like that, at the outset of the game, how much confidence does that breed and build in the defense to do it again and to keep doing it?
Yeah, no doubt. It really does build a lot of momentum for us. So we call 3-and-outs in a row 1 kill. So our goal every game is to get 3 kills. And obviously we were successful this game. I think again, Coach Rojas is doing a great job. All of our defensive guys are doing a great job. Just running the ball and priding ourselves on our fundamentals, which is being physical and just running the ball and playing good defense.
That goal line stand there after the turnover, that mean something to you guys?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, whatever happens. We don't care the situation you're in. If we're up 50 points, down 50 points, we got to get back out there, give it our all. At least not let them score. I was proud that we held them to 3 on that one, especially regarding how close they were. That was definitely a good stop for us.
Coach, the O-line continues to develop. Can you just talk about the importance of Brock Gingrich making calls on the line and how he might be coming along?
For sure, he's doing a great job. I mean, center is a different, you got to be a different bird to play center. You have to really love, you have to be kind of a quarterback of the O-line. You have to love that extra time in the film room. You have to love the extra meetings and the individual meetings with Coach Rogers. And those guys do, those centers do a nice job. Me, James, and Braden, they come in extra and they get volunteer work in. They're always watching film together. Because it's so important for us to, with all the looks we're giving, that also means that people line up a little crazy to us as well. And so, I think you'll see that over the course of time. Our first halves aren't always going to be like they were at Rhode Island. A lot of times we're going to get some new things from the defense, and then we're going to have to kind of settle in and see what it was, discuss it at halftime, and kind of make adjustments and go after them. And so, but Brock has been tremendous. We're happy he's on our side for sure. By the way, is 0 for 12 on third downs a real stat? Is that real?
That's what we have, yeah. Didn't see all the third downs.
Wow.
Coach Carty,
Awesome.
yeah, I guess Coach Carty, it's an invitation to ask you about that. Is just going 100% on third down defense. Is how much what do you make of that? I mean, that's a stat. Have you even seen in a game before?
No, that's why I said it might have been a typo. I'll tell you what. I've called some really good games on offense. I'm gonna say that. I have never been anywhere close to 100% on third down, so that's pretty awesome. Man, it's impressive.
How does that feel as the play caller on the other side? I mean, we see time and time again you guys on offense on fourth down, not seeing a lot of hesitation. I mean, that plays to your philosophy, and you've been unapologetic about that, and that kind of speaks to your approach to the team. But seeing the way your defense plays, how does that figure into your view as well?
Well, the belief that we have in each other is really how it plays into it. It's not going to affect, even if we weren't making those third down stops, it's not going to affect the way that we're going to play our game. We're going to be aggressive. It's going to be analytical, and it's going to be the right times to go for it, the right downs and distances. But to know that, you got that on the other side, and you have faith in it, and you have verified faith in it. It's been proven that they can make stops in big time situations. And we know as a team, we believe in each other so much that it's not about, oh, we don't believe in this, so we're gonna go for it. It's that we believe in it so hard. We know how good that defense is, that we have no problem if we don't get the fourth down conversion right there.
Hey, Coach, with the offense, with Nolan dealing the way he's been, the defense making stops, the way they've been doing it, what's the confidence level heading into next week's game, another home game against Townsend? So,
I think that, our mentality has been to get better every day, to come out on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday and have tremendous practice days. And that's what's going to give us confidence next Saturday. To say that we're confident about Townsend, we haven't watched them for one snap on film. So I'm not going to say that we're confident to go out there and beat anybody right now. I do know that hopefully by Friday, we're really confident. And if we keep practicing the way we've been practicing, and we keep playing hard for 60 minutes like we have been, I think we'll be confident that day for sure. I know we have not gotten outplayed as far as our intensity and our effort so far in 4 games. And makes me proud.
Coach, are you feeling more comfortable game by game, coach calling plays from the sideline?
Mm-hmm. I am. I like that vest too. Sweet the old deck.
It is.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I'm feeling more confident. I am. It wasn't something I didn't think I would figure out. It was different the first time I did it, and I had to kind of find my groove as, my new procedure and my new mechanics of doing it, and that's all. And so, we did it as an offensive staff. We kind of sat down and kind of saw what we could possibly do better and did some quality control there. And, I think it's gotten better.
Any more?